Show me something.
Hello and welcome back to the Show Me Something podcast. My name is Will.
I'm Trevor.
And I'm Jacob.
And this week I showed my boys the 2006 or 7, depending on your source, film from Bong Joon-ho called The Host. It was originally released in 06 in Korea and then stateside in 07, hence the 2-year. Yeah, what's up, boys? How we doing?
Doing good?
Yeah, doing solid. I do have a little bit of housekeeping. So.
Okay.
I listened to, Will, I didn't tell you, listened to The Ooze as a throwback to our King Cruel episode.
Yeah.
I gave it one listen.
Okay.
I just don't think he's my thing. I don't think he's my thing. I thought about listening to it more, but you know what happened? The new Earl album came out.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And I listened to that a bunch of times, and then that's pretty much it for music. Because other than that, I was just getting caught up on podcasts and stuff. But I wanted to let you know that I gave it a spin.
Thank you. I'm glad you shared that. You saved that for the pod. That's good content.
Yeah.
The Ooze probably took me 3 years to appreciate as much as I appreciate it now. It's one of those ones. It's like, all of his stuff is pretty slow grow.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you listening to it.
Yeah, of course. I'll probably listen to it again as well, and I'll probably listen to some of his other albums. Yeah, but just because you got to experiment. Trevor disagrees, but
no, Trevor.
What do you mean? If someone tells me to listen to something, I'll listen to it.
He didn't tell me to listen to it. I just wanted to do it.
To be fair, I told you both last time on the pod, on the Cruel pod. I said you should both listen to The Ooze.
That's true. You did.
You did?
I should have brought that instead of 6 feet. But
I don't remember you saying that. So.
Oh, it's fine.
Right.
I did.
And then I also started from the beginning watching the Marvel franchise.
Nice.
So last week I watched Iron Man, and then The Incredible Hulk, and then Iron Man 2 in one day.
Woof.
Man, The Incredible Hulk is so fucking bad. It's so brutally bad.
Yes,
it's like one of the worst edited movies I've seen from like a major studio. It's so bad, dude. It was crazy. What a horrible movie. The whole thing is shot like a montage. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know if I've seen it since it came out, honestly.
It's really bad.
I love Ed Norton, though. I was a huge Ed Norton head back in the day, so I was very excited about him getting that role. And then, I remember it being very bad.
I think he's weird in that role, though. I don't think it makes any sense that it's Ed Norton.
Yeah.
Ruffalo, that's the thing.
I think Ruffalo is well cast.
Yeah,
I think so.
I'm curious to see.
Way better cast.
I mean, you've seen him already in the Avengers movies, but
yeah, and I had seen Iron Man and Iron Man 2 already as well. I was just starting from the beginning, just going in air date order, because that's what apparently it's the best way to do if you haven't seen them all already, is just to watch it the way they came out. I guess for the real Marvel heads watch them chronologically. But
I have never sat down and watched them all chronologically, but I have seen all of them. Mm-hmm. So
don't do it chronologically. It's stupid. I haven't seen Eternals yet, but I'm going to watch it this week since it's on Disney+.
I just watched, I caught up actually recently on the Marvel stuff because I hadn't seen Shang-Chi or Eternals, and I watched both of them.
Yeah, me too. I watched Shang-Chi last week.
Shang-Chi's very good, I thought. Eternals is fine.
I heard it was bad.
I've heard bad too.
I'm not going to say bad.
Damn.
It's not good, but it's not a bad movie by
It's not great. 9 out of 10 though. Right, Trev?
It sucks. 8 out of 10.
Is it like what? Poop tier? Copper tier? Bronze tier?
I'll go copper, I guess.
Maybe. That's an interesting rating system.
I think I get where you're going with this.
We go by Mario Kart medals.
Copper's the highest?
No, I was just making a joke about how stupid my rating system was.
Oh God. No, it was fine. It was an action thing that's going to tie into other Marvel things. That's kind of what it is. Off the strength of the cast. I just appreciate the fact that they gave Chloe Zhao a Marvel movie, even though it seemed like a bad idea from jump. She's the director of Nomadland, Jacob, from last year.
couldn't be more opposite of a Marvel film. And she got handed the keys to this like giant next step in the franchise. Plus the cast is super good. I love Brian Tyree Henry and Kumail Nanjiani. Paperboy from Atlanta, isn't it, Jacob?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's tight.
I know.
Does he play Paperboy?
No, imagine if Paperboy just was a superhero. That would be tight.
He basically is, right?
Yeah, Atlanta season 3 coming in March, by the way. We have to show Trevor.
It looks like it's getting more and more existentially
insane.
Crazy. Like,
yeah. I think maybe you and my first joint show should be Atlanta.
That'd be tight. I would do it.
Trevor and I have done Bebop, so I think it's time for me and Jacob to do. There was talk, Trevor, behind the scenes of me ditching the host as of Friday morning at like 1 a.m. to do the new Earl album instead.
There was no way, though.
But it was, yeah. I mean, I did send that text, but
You
also
did.
I was like probably a little drunk and also just
I could
very
have
vibing on that album.
I probably could have done it, but like,
No, I know. It wouldn't have been fair or realistic, but either way.
It's really good, though.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
wait, what's
Great
today?
return.
You said Friday morning. Oh yeah, that might have been a little rough, but
Yeah,
we
it
could have
came
done
out.
it.
I worked. Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't drunk. It was Thursday night that I listened to it, so I'm lying. I'm falsely misrepresenting myself. Anyway.
Yeah.
Any
but
other?
That's all
housekeeping
my
bits?
housekeeping.
What's up, Trev?
I mean, like other than watching the Marvel movies, I played a couple of games. I finished Return to the Obra Dinn, which by the way is fantastic. I'm technically thinking about bringing it as a thing for you guys to do.
Cool.
But if you just play it on your own, I'm not going to be mad because that's kind of weird to do a game as a thing.
I don't
We've
think so.
we've talked about it.
I want to bring
I know.
Fez.
I
think
almost
Obra Dinn makes
made
more
you guys
sense.
play Bannerlord. I've thought about that, but I
That's
don't really know if
that
there's much
one's
we
a
could really talk about.
Bit of an undertaking, but I'm considering it. But it's if you get a kick and you're like, I want to play a quick game, then go for it. And also, I beat SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom,
Which is a legendary game.
It's a legendary, and I just like got on I've owned it for like a while. It was on sale at one point, and I was just like, I'll buy this. I love this game. And then I just played it the other day, like all the way through, almost in 2 sittings. It was great.
Nice.
Other than that, my life has been pretty boring. So
Right on.
Cool. Yeah, not too much new here either. We watched all of The White Lotus this weekend. It's a HBO Max like limited series with
Nice.
I don't know, a bunch of people you'd recognize but probably wouldn't know their names off top, but it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, that was the majority of our weekend. Took it pretty easy. It was nice.
Sweet. You guys want to jump into the review section then?
yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So I'm up first, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, but I did like it.
Mm.
The monster design was very interesting. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. Okay, I need to pull up the IMDb page. What is the main character's name and his actor name?
Song Kang-ho is the actor. Park
Song-
Gang-do is his name.
What's the deal with him being portrayed as an asshole? Like, I feel like half the time I see him, he's supposed to be like a likable asshole almost or something. Like, he's like because he was the dad in Parasite.
Yeah.
He's the dad here. And then he was one of the detectives.
Yeah.
Was he an asshole in Parasite though?
I don't remember him being an asshole in Parasite.
I get
Was
it with him as the detective.
Yeah, maybe that's more what
more.
I'm thinking on, but like,
Just because they were kind of dumb.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then like, I don't know, is this a thing with like Korean stuff? Because also like in Squid Game, I don't know, have you guys seen Squid Game?
Mm-mm.
Well,
Haven't seen
it's
it.
not,
No spoilerinis.
it's not a spoiler, but the main character at the beginning is also like kind of a dirtbag person. So it's like, what's the deal with making main characters like kind of unlikable? Like at least from the get-go. I mean, he gets
It's
better,
dynamic.
I guess.
Yeah, it's fresh and interesting. Don't you know about the whole anti-hero craze, bro?
Yeah.
I
Tony
love-
Soprano,
Yeah.
Walter White.
I guess,
Don
but
Draper?
those are different.
Are they?
Yeah.
They're
Cast of
American?
Entourage.
No, they're not because you're talking. Why would
I
you
haven't
say
seen
because they're
Entourage.
American?
Because I have no reason. I'm just fucking with you.
Like I don't know, because in those situations they're like crime people, like doing crime things, which is
Don Draper's not.
well, I don't know what you're talking about with Don
He's a criminal
Draper.
in a way.
He's mad now. Yeah, I guess that's true.
And they're just like...
I haven't seen it.
assholes.
He is, though, actually.
They're like mooching off of their older parents and like... just... I don't know. I get it. I don't hate the concept, but it's just like, what's the deal? I feel like a lot of the Korean stuff I've watched recently has dealt with that. Even like a light novel I read a couple years ago was a Korean light novel, and the whole first part of the thing is about how the guy is an asshole who gambles all of his money away and scams his family for more money.
Damn.
And they've all disowned him. Like, that's the whole start of the book. And I'm like, this is my main character I'm supposed to like? And he gets better, but regardless. That was the one thing I just needed to say. Otherwise, it was a cool story. It was an interesting story. I don't want to talk about much else until we get into the spoiler stuff. So I'll give it 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. I enjoyed it. Cool. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I feel similarly in ways with what Trevor was saying. I thought it was pretty good. I think it's out of the 3 Bong movies I've seen now, I think it's the weakest one.
I would agree with that.
Fairly easily, I think it's the weakest one. But it was pretty cool. It had a solid cast. The story was really interesting, and it was funny and sad at parts. It kind of towed the line between a bunch of different feels for the movie. Like it was really serious, and then it was like really weird and silly, and then really sad, and it was just kept like bouncing around between a bunch of different emotions, which was pretty cool and well done, but also jarring at times. But yeah, the monster was cool, but the CG for it was really bad. It was yeah. I mean, it's an older movie, so like the textures are just not going to be there a lot of the time unless it's like super high budget, like AAA, like Lord of the Rings and that kind of shit. But so it still looked pretty good, but there were times when it was like close up and like a lot of movement was happening where you could see that it wasn't like it wasn't where it wanted to be, probably, you know. Yeah, I thought it was interesting the way the cast worked together as well. The different characters, all the siblings being really different, was interesting. I liked the dad a lot. I thought he did a really good job. I really liked the sister too, the archer. She was really cool.
She was an interesting character.
Yeah, underutilized, I think, but she was cool. And the youngest daughter that they're trying to find the whole time. She's badass, dude.
She's a goat. Yeah, she's
great. But yeah, the stuff with the virus too is like it was too close to home. I was like, oh god.
That's what I was waiting to talk about.
We'll talk about more of that once we jump into the spoilerino zone, because there's like points of it that I really want to talk about. But like, but yeah, it was really cool. I thought it was a fun movie. I'd probably hit it at like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I think it was solid. I do think it was a little bit slow at times, which brings me down a little bit. I felt like it was starting to drag, which was interesting because it's not a super long movie. I think it's like just 2 hours.
Yeah,
around. Yeah,
but
2 hours and 15 seconds.
I think towards like the 3/4 mark in the movie, it felt like a lot of the same type of thing was happening just over and over and over again. And it wasn't like going anywhere. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I enjoyed it. I thought it was solid.
Cool. Yeah. I think I'm probably at this point just kind of swept up in the Bong wave. I think he's pretty quickly become one of my favorite filmmakers. I just love his range. Like, these are 3 very different movies that I've brought to this podcast. And you throw Snowpiercer in there too. Like, obviously there's common thematic material throughout. And some common faces too, of course, but he just vacillates wildly tonally, and I think that is really fun and engaging. I think my favorite part of the movie is Song Kang-ho. So it's interesting to hear you say that, what you said, Trevor, about his character being a dick. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much issue with that.
I mean, I don't have an issue with it. It's just something I felt like I needed to bring up.
Oh yeah, no. I don't mean to like point at you and say, you're wrong or anything. That's not the first thing that comes to mind in regards to his character, although I do agree he's definitely portrayed as a piece of shit, especially in the beginning. I mean, he literally he picks up the wrong child, and then, we won't go into specifics, but we can talk about that. Do you want to make a point, Trevor, or do you want to wait?
No, I want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that as well.
So I just think the physicality of his performance is really incredible. Like, he's not this all over the place and like bumbling in the other two films we've watched him in. He's much more stoic, and like, he's a bit more physical, I think, in Memories of Murder than he is in Parasite.
He's pretty physical in that movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's more of like a violent physical, whereas this one is like, it's like he can't put one foot in front of the other, and I just think he does a really incredible job at portraying
Guy can't even walk straight most of the time.
Yeah, no, he can't.
The fuck?
He's just really magnetic to me, and I think that is probably the thing I enjoy the most. That said, I think it's a cool take on a monster movie. I think it's got interesting things to say about American intervention. I mean, pretty much the United States is the bad guy in this film, broadly speaking. And there's subtle ways that it's hinted at, and obviously more overt ways too. But yeah, those things. And then also, I just love the cinematography in this film. There's lots of like really slow, like right to left sweeps or left to right sweeps or pans or whatever you want to call them, that I think are really effective in the majority of the time that they're used. Yeah, I mean, this is probably like a now rating and not one that I'll have in a few years, but it's like a 9 out of 10 for me. I just really am pretty floored by everything that I've seen from Bong, and I'm going to watch Mother this week because that's the last one I haven't seen.
You've seen Okja? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Okja's tough, man.
Yeah.
Okja's really tough. I also watched it before I was into his films. I had seen, I think, Snowpiercer at that point, but Okja thematically is pretty fucking hard to watch at certain points. Which I know that says a whole lot about humans too, that it's like harder to watch animals be, systematically. It's about, Trevor, if you don't know what it's about like a genetically enhanced pig that they use to make food in the future. And like, it's about the family that raises these pigs, and then they get kidnapped, like they get taken and sent to America to like be butchered and mass produced into food. So there's like a lot of factory farming content, which is pretty fucking brutal, but the cast is great. It's really weird. It's a weird fucking movie. It's his second English language film after Snowpiercer.
I've never seen it, but it was on Netflix for a while, wasn't it?
It's a Netflix. Yeah. It's a Netflix movie.
Oh, it is? Okay. I remember seeing it on there.
Yeah, it's it's a Bong movie. It's all over the place. Tonally, not in terms of quality, in my opinion, but it's definitely my least favorite, just because I don't think I'll ever rewatch it. Anyway, rabbit hole. Yeah. So that's our intro thoughts. Any strays that want to live outside the spoiler zone, or we could jump in?
I think we can go right into it.
I think we can go in. Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. What do you all want to talk about?
I think that everyone overreacted to him grabbing the wrong kid's arm.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's fucked up. He didn't mean to, man.
No, of course.
That scenario, you just like, there's a literal monster chasing you. You just like, and there's like a little child, like a child's, well, not a little child, but a child's hand in a school uniform. Grab it and run. And then it turns and it's like, oh, it's not her. He could have, I guess, probably run back and tried to grab her. Also, she could have tried running more. Instead,
she fell.
She fell, but then she gets up
blame
and
the
kind
child, Trevor.
I'm going to blame everyone involved for doing the thing that everyone does in movies, which is not running instead of just stopping and looking like, I can't believe you didn't grab me. It's like, well, I'm sorry I didn't grab you. Run.
Yeah.
Run. Get up and run. You fell in grass, okay? It's not that big a deal. Get the fuck up.
It hurt.
Trevor hates Hyun Seo, I think.
Yeah, I don't. I love her. She's great. She's a great character, and I'm very sad about what happens to her.
Yeah, I think that moment is the least effective way that they portray him being kind of a bumbling idiot. I think like him at the stand and doing his job, quote unquote, are like those are much more effective in terms of like, hey, this dude's like a fuck up.
And eating one of the tentacles off of the squid.
Right.
Yeah.
Like those paint his character much more than him leaving the kid. But I think that they paint his character in that way so that it makes a little bit more sense for the family to be like, you fucking asshole, like you left your daughter. Also, I think his brother's kind of a dick. So.
His brother's really mean.
His brother's an absolute asshole.
His brother's a piece of shit.
I don't know why he's so good though, because he's kind of a dirtbag anyway. He can't find a job and shit.
Did you guys did you catch the double kick?
Mm-hmm. I did. I
caught it. And from so low on the ground too. He like barely gets up.
So great.
He didn't even get up. He like did it from like he almost like pushes himself off with his hands.
It was crazy. It was really impressive.
Did you catch the 2 cameos also right around that time?
No. I don't think so.
So the asshole partner cop, the one who's like really violent, is the hazmat suit guy that comes in and slips over and falls.
Oh, really?
That's him. And then the fence that they go to get the map of the sewer. Yeah. That's the kid from Memories of Murder.
Really?
Lives in the bar and gets killed. Yeah, I forget his name, but
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
Huh. No, I didn't.
You're right, it is.
Didn't pick
my
up
god.
on that at all.
Okay.
To be fair, I don't think I caught either on the first viewing, but I caught them both this time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really not his fault that he doesn't pick her up. He also is like very heroic.
Yeah, incredibly heroic.
Like he's doing a lot of crazy ass shit to try to kill that monster.
Attacks that monster so much. Like
it's awesome.
Not reported about either. They only report about the American soldier.
Yeah.
That one guy who gets fucking owned, which I thought he got completely eaten.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I did too. It looked like he did.
And maybe he got spit out when he heroically smashed his tail with the concrete.
He got farted out, you know. Why does that monster regurgitate people so much?
Yeah.
Gross.
It seems like I guess it's storing up food when it's like full.
I guess.
If that's the case.
It's like I'll need this.
I was expecting it to do like some sort of like, oh, it's gonna have babies, so it's like getting food for like the
fucked up.
Well, that's what I was expecting. That's what
I could totally see that. It would have been gross as hell though.
Monsters would do. It's like, oh yeah, it's like that's its nest and it's creating a food supply for the babies when they're born or whatever.
Gross. I'm so glad I didn't have that thought. Did not want that imagery in my head during that.
Well, because I was also wondering why the fuck is this thing like keeping bodies instead of just eating them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it makes sense when he comes back and like regurgitates like a fucking 30 skeletons.
Oh my god, so many bones.
Disgusting.
And the can that they threw in the water.
Yeah.
The one can that it ate.
Yeah. Sweet beer can. It didn't even look like a beer. It looked like
I think it was soda. I think it was like a grape soda.
He gives her a beer.
No, it was beer. Wasn't it the same beer that he gave her? It was like the same brand. It was the same brand.
It looks like a Sprite, but it's a beer. It's the beer he drinks in the first scene with her.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I just finished watching it, and it definitely is.
Check IMFDB about it, dude.
That's not
IMSDB. I am Soda Database. Internet Movie Soda Database.
I am almost positive that they are different.
Copy that.
I'm positive that you're wrong.
I don't want to.
Oh God!
It's not that serious. But I would put virtual currency on you being wrong.
Yeah, Ethereum.
Literally nothing then?
Not cryptocurrency, virtual currency. Yeah, of course, nothing. I don't.
Literally nothing.
I'm not a betting man.
I mean, Trevor, you're drinking a Pepsi right now, bitch.
I'm not. I'm drinking a Bud Light.
Got him.
I was having a Bud Light seltzer with cherry cola.
Oh, yeah, you ripped through that. You were drinking that when we first sat down.
Dude, I saw you butt chug it, dude.
Good lord. No, I had been drinking it before you guys got on. I was just chilling in the lobby by myself.
Vibing.
Or in the Discord call by myself. Just
hanging in that hotel lobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in a hotel, if you can tell. Yeah.
Well. But yeah, the virus, it's
virus shit.
It doesn't exist.
There is no virus.
Fake virus.
Damn.
Yeah.
How did he predict the future? Am I right, guys?
That there's no virus, that COVID's all fake?
Yeah, thoughts?
Oh, God.
I'm staying off the record on that one.
I'll go on record.
Everyone knows I'm joking.
That the COVID is real. This is all jokes.
Listen, I'm boosted up, all right? I got my trips going.
I need to get my boosty soon. Just been procrastinating.
Oh, you haven't gotten it yet, Will? What the hell, dude?
I know. I was supposed to call last week and do it, and I didn't.
Publix.
I'll get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go to CVS. There's one like right here.
It's supposed to be like the ultimate combo is like if you got the Pfizer vaccine, you get the Moderna boosty, and it's supposed to be like the best version you can possibly do.
I don't mix.
You're supposed to get the same.
Yeah, I got the same. I was Pfizer before. I got.
Then
Pfizer.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Trevor is all about the cocktail.
Maybe I should read into this more, but I thought I heard that like you could get any of the boosties, and it didn't.
Listen, are you spreading fake news?
Rogan podcast. Yeah, we're not the Joe Rogan podcast.
I am not a medical doctor. Do not listen to me. I know nothing.
We're gonna get deplatformed, dude. Cut it out.
I don't want that to happen.
Please don't deplatform us. I'm an idiot.
But yeah,
that's what Joe Rogan says.
The American doctor that comes in with the fucked up eye, dude.
He's wild.
He looks like a villain from like an old monster movie.
Yeah.
I mean, he is.
His name should be Igor.
He is the villain from an old monster movie.
It's not that old.
That lobotomy shit was crazy.
Yeah.
So are they implying, by the way, that lobotomy sort of fixes him?
It did. He's fine after that. He was better after that.
He was. Like, did they, like, accidentally fix his brain?
They did.
Because he's not sleeping as, like, we see him at the end of the movie manning the stand perfectly fine, not falling asleep.
It's his stand now, you know?
It is his stand now.
There's no other stands nearby either. They're all gone.
It's also the dead of winter. Do they live in that stand?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But also that's the boy's dream. Remember, he wants
that
to
was
live
his
in a
dream.
stand.
Yeah, that was pretty cute.
His new son.
It's a bittersweet ending, but it's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
I actually adopted him, or do you think he's just living there?
I think he's just living there.
Okay.
I hope he adopted him.
That's what I think. I mean, the guy is like an enemy of the state.
No, he's fine after this. I think they got exonerated.
Copy that.
They had their wanted poster framed in that.
Yeah, I loved that.
It was great.
I'd do that, to be fair. That'd be kind of hype. Like, hey, this is the time I was an enemy of the state.
Isn't that the frame behind your head on the wall back there?
No, those are some sick, rad deer.
That's awesome.
Deer wanted posters.
Wanted for venison.
Those I'll shout it out. Where's her business? Where's the business card?
Oh God, no! We're not doing any promos unless they pay us.
They're not.
True that.
There it is. It's the rad.
Bleep it. Bleep it.
Rad Gina on Instagram.
I can't believe this. I honestly cannot believe this.
Or
we'll cut this part
out. Whatever. I don't know.
We'll cut that part out.
I edit it.
We'll cut this part out too.
How did you guys feel about the reveal of them? All right, are we done with the virus talk?
Well,
we're not.
No.
I had something to say too.
Yeah,
you're right.
Go ahead, Will.
No, you.
No, Will.
I'll go.
Copy that.
When the scene that especially hit hard for me was when they're just showing like the shots of the city, and there's those people in the crowd with the bus, and they're like, Park. I forget the rest of his name. Showed cold-like symptoms from the virus, and then that guy starts coughing and like spits into the water.
Oh, that was gross.
Everyone freaks the fuck out whenever this bus splashes it. Which
that's happened in the last year in America.
That's
everywhere
been the past,
in the world, dude.
That's been the past 2 years. That's our lives for the past 2 years. It's been insane. Like,
I honestly, I watched this movie last year for the first time.
Oh, bad timing.
And I fully forgot about like the middle third of this movie where like the family's all separated and there's like a virus breakout, like all this stuff. I was like, oh shit, I forgot. Yeah. And I was laughing to myself because I was like, oh, this is like way too on.
How could you forget that?
People are wearing like masks and stuff, and like half of them are not even wearing them. You know, they just like have them on their chin and stuff.
Yeah. I watched 100 movies last year, Trevor. Shit got lost in the shuffle.
95, technically.
97?
I thought it was 95. 95? Isn't that what you told 95.
Us? Oh, yeah. Didn't I say that on the pod? Yeah,
think
run
so,
it back, listener. Tweet at me.
Fucking add him.
Yeah, at me. Yeah, that was a good one. That was the one I wanted to point out too, Trev, because it made me laugh and also made me sad. It's like, oh, this is very real.
So at the end, that homeless dude that the brother sleeps next to, is it just a random homeless dude, or is that a callback to something? Because he ends up like helping him in the end.
No, it's a random homeless dude. I love it.
It's so random.
He smashes a bottle over his head and is like, all right, come on.
And that doesn't kill him.
I'll help you. Yeah, that shit was great.
Totally fine with it, yeah.
Yeah, but like, why does he help him? And like, they have this elaborate plan they put together, but they know that's never spoken about.
Is it that elaborate?
He climbs
like
up the
an
rafters and everything and starts pouring gasoline on him for the final shot. He just fucks
I don't
it
think
up.
that's planned. I think that was just.
You think
like,
that was improv Scony?
That was.
I think the guy's like, how can I get gas on this thing? And he's like, I'll just go up top.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that the thing would open its mouth thinking it's
and
rain.
it wanted to drink it. It loved it.
I
thought
that
it was
guy was
rain.
just down for the cause. He was just down.
He's down for the
DTF,
cause.
bro.
Yeah.
He was just like, I got nothing else going on in my life.
He thought it was a
Fuck
demonstration. He was like, fuck yeah, we're going to go fucking protest something. Let's do it. And it's like, I mean, it kind of was a demonstration, but also.
Yeah, it was a demonstration.
He's going to kill the Mazdi, though.
They were pissed about the people being detained in the first place.
And the Agent Yellow, which, by the way,
Yeah.
didn't seem to affect our main cast at all.
They were bleeding out the ear and shit and dying.
Fucking Park got covered in that shit and was just fine.
Trevor's
but he was
Trevor's
running-
like,
he was
shut
running
up.
behind the truck and getting all the disinfectant on him.
That's
Remember,
true.
he was running
That's
in
not how
the
that
tunnel?
works.
That was beforehand, though.
Yeah, no, he was fine. He had that in his blood. It's
No,
good.
but he was
No.
bleeding the fuck out of the ear. They said
They were all-
They said it
yeah.
mainly affected children and women, didn't they? And
Children and elderly and pregnant
elderly.
women.
Okay.
And viruses,
Yeah,
apparently, which is the whole point of it, was to
Copy
affect the
that.
virus.
But he's a grown ass man. He was fine.
yeah.
Trevor.
Little buddy. I mean, little buddy should have been affected, but he wasn't.
Oh,
Yeah, children.
Little boy
The
Scone.
little-
He was fine.
little buddy.
Little boy.
But maybe that's what killed Hyun Seo. Maybe, who knows?
It's not.
That's. I mean, honestly, could be. So.
Why? She was in that alien with all the fucking toxins.
Yeah, in the guts. In his gutties.
No. I think she just got
No.
killed
You're
by
so
the thing.
you're so firm on everything.
She got killed by the monster. She literally
When?
suffocated.
No.
Inside the monster. She got suffocated inside the
Then
monster.
how'd the boy survive?
Fucking who knows? I don't
And
think
she
he
had
should've.
survived being swallowed before.
She had. Insane.
You always survive being swallowed. It's
Yeah,
fine.
she has precedent. She's Invincible, bro. God
he
knows.
like wants you to survive inside. He's like living
Yeah.
there.
No one else did except her.
Living there. And the boy.
little buddy.
Little
And the
boy's
boy.
buddy twice. And didn't the one person like almost survive? They were like down there kind of dying.
Yeah.
They coughed up a bunch of blood.
Yeah,
until
he was
bleeding or
fine
something.
though. I think that was
Hazmat
mostly
suit.
from
No,
abrasions.
he died immediately
It was
afterwards.
mostly from abrasions.
Scrapes
Will?
and bruises. Yeah, yeah.
He literally coughed up blood and it was dead. Like
That
that was
was
it.
wrong. Sorry.
Make the thumbnail the two emojis like this with Trevor's picture in the middle. No shot.
I'm not doing that. The thumbnail will be what it always is.
Trevor finally canceled? In brackets serious, in brackets oh my god, in brackets sexual?
In brackets, the episode title.
Yeah.
In brackets, mousepad.
Yeah. Ooh. Don't you show it.
You already got us demonetized once in this episode.
Don't show her.
How
No!
dare you?
Albedo.
She saw an eyeball.
Let's talk about the first 15 minutes. How'd y'all feel about the reveal of the monster?
I thought it was cool. I thought the idea that it came about because a bunch of like morgue chemicals is kind of dumb. Like that's not
Would that
how
happen?
shit, no, that's not how that shit works at all. But
You're quite the little scientist, aren't you?
I'm not. I'm a science enthusiast.
I am SDB, Internet Movie
Science
Database.
enthusiast.
That's how I
Yeah, he
put it.
watches Dr. Stone, dude.
I'm enthused
not-
by it. I watched it too. I just didn't
I'm
know what
not-
they were doing.
You're both scientists.
I'm not a scientist, but I like to think that
Theorize.
I enjoy science. I think science is a cool thing that
Yeah.
I am not professionally educated in.
Bill Nye is your favorite show.
That is not true.
You're missing out then.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy, originally was hype.
Yeah, dude. Whenever they put it on the classroom, everybody starts chanting. Bill.
Bill Nye, the Science yeah,
There's kids
Bill Nye
fucking
was-
dabbing, like yeet dabbing on each other.
No, Bill Nye, the Science Guy was hype. I haven't seen the new Bill Nye Saves the World. I've heard mixed
What the hell's
reviews.
that?
That was his Netflix show that he did. Like
What is it, too political?
Is it about global
I don't
warming?
know. I just heard mixed reviews about it. Regardless,
Right on.
where am I going?
I don't know. I love
the
it.
idea that those guys found it when it was little and like were like looking at it. That was a cool little.
They
scene,
could have
you know?
killed it right there. And they should
They
have.
could have ended the whole thing, but they had no idea. Why would they? They were like, "Oh, look at this weird little fucking thing."
Yeah, because usually
Keep
things
that
with
shit
like
back.
weird deformities and stuff like that, they're gonna die young. So they probably
yeah.
thought this thing's dead already.
All those fish
Because
with
he
long
did
heads
say,
and
"Is it
shit.
even moving?"
Yeah.
And he swam away. He's like, how many tails does it have?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really love the juxtaposition of those first few scenes. Like, the awfulness of the morgue or whatever the fuck room
fuck
that is.
that guy.
That guy's a
Fuck that guy.
bastard.
Piece of shit. And then, like, the kind of like, oh, it's just like kind of cool. Like, of the two guys fishing, and like the dad drops his cup, and it's like kind of
Yeah.
lighthearted. And then it's like smash cut, dude committing suicide on a bridge and sees the fucking
Seeing the thing.
fish.
Yeah.
And
I
then
will say-
smash cut to Sleepy, what's his
Sleep man.
Yeah, I mean,
Sleepy
can-
blonde boy. Park. Yeah.
I like that his hair is not blonde at the very end of the film.
name? Yeah.
Yeah, because
Kinda
he's
showing-
fine. He's fixed now.
He
grew
puts
up,
himself
dude.
together, yeah, or something.
Um,
I think it's weird that they said, "Look how many tails it has," and then we see the actual monster, and it has one big tail.
Yeah, but
It's
it's
got
like
little
it's like
offshoots in the
yeah, it's got
tails,
those weird like little rivets in its tail.
he's mostly tail, I feel like.
It's weird. It just feels like they were like, when they filmed that scene, the monster was gonna look like a giant squid type thing with a bunch of like tentacles or something, and then they changed the monster design later.
Maybe.
That's what it feels like to me, anyways. Like, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be like some sort of Sharktopus kind of thing. Have you guys seen Sharktopus?
I haven't. You're
on
gonna have to bring
Sci-Fi?
it.
No.
Sci-fi movie, man. That's a sci-fi original.
Those are the best ones.
It's terrible.
He does
Uh,
love science. I mean,
That's
Trevor, how
not-
did you feel IMFDB wise about the shotgun scene?
fine.
When they're all shooting at the monster and then he hands him the gun and he thought he had another round in it and he didn't.
If he didn't count it, he didn't count it. Like,
he was
yeah.
counting after.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
example of him being a dickhead.
Big time
Also-
mistake.
He only counted to, I guess, 4 is what it looks like he counted to. Which, yeah, that makes about sense.
Damn.
Those don't have a big magazine too, but I'm gonna say that's fine.
Trevor stamp of approval. IMFDB.
Fine. it's in yellow though, just fine.
I mean,
Stop. Roll your eyes back forward. You don't have to think about it this much.
now if we're gonna bring it up, it
We
doesn't
are
make-
gonna- It's true, we are bringing it up.
It's kind of fine. Like, I'm trying to think. Those are like, I'm pretty sure they're Remingtons.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm thinking too much about it. I said it was fine, and then you guys had to
Crazy.
like drag me deeper into this.
We said fine. We gave you the just.
Yeah, fuck it. It's fine. It might be
Yeah.
one off because they
Yeah.
rack it with nothing in it whenever they first go to shoot at it, implying there was not a round in the chamber.
You have to.
But I'm not sure how big those tubes could have held 4. In my brain, they would only hold 3, with one in the chamber being 4.
Damn.
But they could
I don't know.
hold 4.
There's
I don't
shotgun
know.
mags in Tarkov that are four bones. So
Thoughts?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it could be fine. It could be
4
fine.
bones.
I think it's fine. We're not gonna. Do the. It could be fine stamp. We're just gonna leave it on the fine stamp.
I'm gonna say it's fine.
Yeah, that was
Do we-
that was
do
a
we
good
think-
scene though. I really wanted her to shoot him with the arrow, dude.
Yeah. That scene was fucking tragic.
Her still having the big weight on the end of her bow, though, seemed very impractical. Like,
Why? She's a competition archer.
I know she's a
It's probably-
competition
Isn't it built
archer.
in?
I have no idea. I've never shot a competition bow. I've only
Well,
shot.
what are
a
you
hunting
talking
bow.
about?
I've only done like hunting bow stuff, and they don't have the big weight on the front. I feel like she could have done it without the big weight, and then doing the whole drop move after every shot.
It was really cool though. I liked that move.
It looked dope.
It makes sense for like competition shooting, I guess, depending on.
That's the bow she has though, you know.
I know, but I feel like if you're in like a scenario like that, it's like you want to be ready for another shot pretty quick, don't you? I don't know. It
Are
seems-
those kind of things you can customize on the fly?
I have
Can
no.
she
fucking
Could she
I
start
think
just
she
taking
might.
it apart?
Can she mod and raid? We don't know.
I literally have no idea. I'm just pointing it out. If I'm wrong, Someone please tell me in the comments.
I don't know if anyone will. I don't know if anyone
They
has
probably
any sort of
won't.
archery knowledge.
That'd be really cool if they did, though.
But if they do,
Yeah.
I will personally heart that comment.
Whoa.
That's
virtual currency right
AMADB or IMADB, Internet Movie Archery Database.
I mean, Legolas is the best archer in film, right?
What's her
Hood?
name? No,
Katniss
the Hunger
Everdeen?
Games.
Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah, Everdeen.
No, it's Hawkeye is the greatest.
No, he sucks.
Haley
Hawkeye's
Steinfeld in Hawkeye is the best.
not a bad show.
Told you. Did we talk about that already?
What did we talk about?
I don't
Hawkeye?
know if we talked about it on the podcast or not. I don't remember. It was
I
not
think
bad.
I think honestly, it's my favorite Marvel show.
Damn.
Interesting.
I think we did talk
Yeah.
about this. Or did,
might
was
have
this,
talked
was this
about
off mic?
This
I
could have
think
been
we
on
did
or
too.
off mic. I don't remember.
Could have been both.
Anyway, it's good. Come for
Yeah.
the last 3 episodes. Those are in particular very good.
But regardless, Hawkeye's definitely better than Katniss Everdeen.
Top 3 archers in cinema history.
Disney's
Hawkeye,
Robin Hood.
Disney's Robin
the
Hood.
little fox boy.
Yeah, and then
Boy.
Katniss.
Legolas is better than Katniss.
Oh,
Yeah.
Legolas.
Well,
yeah,
Legolas is
definitely.
pretty goat tier at it, honestly.
Katniss can fuck off.
She's pretty good.
You know, you're right.
She's
No,
pretty
Will's
good.
right.
I'd take the girl from Brave over Katniss Everdeen.
Oh yeah.
She's not even top 5, bro. Not even top 5.
What about in Evil Dead 3 when the archers are like...
Haven't seen it.
I can't even
I
remember
have.
if there even are any archers.
There's archers in it, but
I
they're
know
like,
there are in the battle. I just don't remember.
There's no one that's like the archer. It's just like the legion of people and skeletons with bows.
You never watched it still, Will? That's fucked up, dude.
I've had a lot of follow
Fake
through that I've
fan.
said I would do on this pod. And
I'm the only one that ever follows through. I'm the
I
only
did.
one.
I followed through and I watched Evil Dead 2 and 3.
He did.
I watched Evil Dead 2
And-
same night.
Ash versus the Evil Dead. I watched that
No one
as
asked
well.
you to do that.
Yeah, that's true. He followed through even more than
I
you
did
did,
it.
Jacob.
I did it though.
That's very true. That's pretty fucked, honestly.
No, it sucks, dude.
Now Jacob watched Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
So I'll
I-
I've listened to multiple albums off of artists that you've brought. Like, go on, dude.
I haven't watched
Yeah.
One Punch Man season 2 yet.
I still haven't either. I still need to watch that. To be
I just
fair.
started it actually. To be
Did
fair.
you
I just
Really?
thought about it today. Yeah.
Yeah, I started it a little while ago, and I just realized I never finished it. I watched
Damn.
like 2 whole seasons of anime recently, or 3 whole seasons of anime recently, and have not finished One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, I did start watching Star Wars Visions. I don't know if I said that on the last pod. I don't think I did.
No, that was
You
off
did?
top.
I'm like halfway through it. There's
Good
like
shit.
2 good episodes so far. The rest of it's either like good episode or dog. So it's really
I saw the first one, and that was the only one I wanted to watch, and it was very good.
yeah.
You didn't like the Trigger one, Jacob, which
No, it was bad, which
I
was a
thought the
shame because
I thought the Trigger one was good, but that's also because I'm a fan of Trigger. And
They
I
did a-
know
they did a
that they're like
bad
off their rocker on a lot of shit. So I just was like,
fuck
yeah,
is
this is
Trigger?
fun.
it's a
It's
studio.
an anime studio. They're Gurren Lagann
Oh,
was not made by them, but it was kind of. Gurren Lagann was made by Gainax, and then a lot of the people from Gainax left that and made Trigger.
When are they
there's
gonna
a
make
lot of
Gurren
stuff-
Lagann season 2?
They won't. It's done. We
Thank
literally
God.
talked about that. That show is done. And it should never get a season anything else because it's
Agree.
perfect the way it is.
You're hurting my
disagree.
feelings.
Agree with the first part.
No. Anyways.
Do we think the villain, the monster, was revealed too early or too soon, or at a good time?
I think it was a good time. I liked
was
that it
fine.
was throughout the movie. I don't think it needed to wait.
Yeah.
It was
This
fine.
movie was not the kind of monster movie that needed a suspenseful build up to the monster.
Yeah.
It just needed it to come out, happen, and then because
Yeah.
like the main villain of the rest of this movie is not so much the monster, it's more well it is.
America.
It's
but
society. They won't
Society
let they won't
as a
let
whole.
them do their thing.
to be fair to that cop, if I had a guy going like this phone is my daughter and putting it in his mouth, I'd be like
And
you're
spitting it
insane.
out. It was pretty good. I like
I'd be
I mean, he had that shit nailed. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
but
even
they
with the
said
sound
it-
effects, it was really good Foley.
Blah.
Really
yeah,
good
the
Foley.
cop was dumb for not listening to him, but at the same time, they could have said it better. They sound like insane people the way that they're talking about
Well, that's
it.
what his brother was saying too. He's like, "You sound fucking crazy."
He does. the rest of the family heard it. That should have been enough. And they should have called somebody else. They should have been like, hey, listen, this cop is being a dick and not listening. Can we, like, hey, like, the kid's alive, and just state it in plain English, or, sorry, Korean. But instead of going, like, shoving a cell phone in your mouth, like, you look insane.
It was
like,
good.
You're not helping your
aid.
case
it was a
at
good
all.
Visual aid.
Is it?
Dude, that scene where the brother finally calls that like friend kind of like person they know through other
Seems like
people.
It seemed like a college buddy.
Yeah, well, didn't his dad describe him as like it was like the friend of a friend of a friend, but it was like different relationships. It was like the fiance's friend's brother or something like that. He said
That was for a cop.
I thought okay, so they weren't talking about it. I thought it was a callback
that guy
to that
was
guy.
a friend of the brother from college, based on what they were talking about.
Gotcha. But yeah, that scene with that guy, where he fucking turns on his ass, and then the brother goes Splinter Cell on them and like shuts the lights off with that badass fucking paperclip in the socket.
That
So dope.
either A, would not work, or B, that building has the shittiest fucking wiring I've ever
Trevor,
seen.
don't give me that, all right? It was dope, all right? I
It
don't
was
give a
cool.
fuck if it wouldn't work in real life.
But my brain
dope.
immediately goes, that would never work. A, because he plugs it into a power
Sick
strip,
mind.
which in of itself is designed to trip before
Will.
a breaker does.
Get him.
And then the next thing that would go would just be the breaker for that outlet, like that series of outlets. It would not turn off all the lights.
What if it's a hardwired power strip but not a surge protector?
Yeah, thoughts?
Then it would just trip the breaker for like a series of outlets.
There's
and not
only
for
one
all
breaker for the whole floor.
There's one breaker for that entire. That's the shittiest fucking wiring setup I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's ex-Soviet
Suck,
block,
I guess.
dude.
Yeah.
It's what?
Listen, I just say things, all right?
Somebody else playing Tarkov?
But yeah, it was dope. He's like crawling, and they turn the lights on. They see him, and he's like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
But
he
that
gets
is a
out.
Cool scene though.
Also, the roll when he jumps down and is like on that road underneath and does like a roll into the darkness. It's pretty
That was
good.
cool. That was really cool. I like that. But also, why did he pass out?
I think he got hurt. I thought he was rolling because his leg was fucked up.
Yeah,
but then
me
he's
too.
fine when he wakes
He
up.
was running around.
Exactly.
yeah.
That's why I'm wondering why he passed out. Like,
And then
Maybe
he
he
was
was
full
stressed.
protester mode because he was fucking yeeting those Molotov cocktails.
And then
Really
he dropped the
poorly.
last
Really
one.
poorly.
oh yeah, he kept hitting around the monster. Like it's a giant target. You can hit that.
Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like it's probably pretty hard to throw those things.
We should try it sometime. Is that illegal? Are you allowed to throw Molotov cocktails?
Trevor, you've thrown Molotovs, right?
Trevor, if we were at the farm, could we throw Molotov cocktails?
Yeah.
Sick.
We
should do
I'm
I'm
trying
going
to
to
remember.
farm right now.
I
I'm
think,
going up there.
I think have I done that?
It's insane that you even have to think about the fact that you might have thrown a Molotov cocktail in your life.
That's
I don't
badass, though.
insane.
I don't
It's
think I
insane.
have. I don't think my dad probably ever let me do that growing
Probably
up.
not. I
Man,
doubt
rip
Jerry would be
Jerry,
down
dude.
for it, though.
Rip Jerry.
He's probably like, what? You want to do what, Trevor?
He's
But-
retired now, dude. You should
He
ask
is
him
retired
now. He
now,
might
yeah.
be. He might be vibing
He
off
probably
the
yeah.
Mollies.
Yeah, congrats, Dad. Finally retired.
Congrats, Jerry.
He's all done.
He did it.
He's
a free
sometimes
man.
at a loss for what to do, apparently.
He's a free guy.
He lives on a farm. Isn't there always something to do?
Yeah, he's finding stuff to do, but there's definitely been days where he's like, he felt like he said that he felt kind of weird, like
Play some video games. Is that what you told
he
him?
should be going to work and he's
Yeah.
not.
Get him a
So-
VR, dude. Get him an Oculus.
Tell him to play some video games.
I tried to let him try my headset, and he tried it for a bit and was like, no thanks. And I'm like, that's
My dad enjoyed it. He thought it was pretty fun.
He probably would like it if he tried it
He
again.
fell backwards a little bit. He was fine.
Last point for me. Well, one actual point and one just kind of a meme. There's a lot of really good running in this movie. Just like reminiscent of Tom Cruise whenever he runs in Mission Impossible. Just like lots of good long cuts of running, particularly Gangdu across the bridge at the end, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
his sister under all the sewers.
That was
really
cool.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good run. But also, actual point. I think the catharsis of that final fight is really good. How each sibling gets like a moment 1v1 with the monster
Yeah.
before
Yeah.
it does finally die. Like Gangdu picks up another one of those like cement brick signposts,
smashes it,
both
dude.
ends of it, and then just starts fucking the thing up. And then his brother gets like the Molotov moment, and then his sister comes in with the fire arrow. Yeah,
the flaming arrow shot for the sister was really cool.
Yeah, it was great.
That was
and then
sweet.
And she hit it in the eye, which was really rad. Like,
yeah,
that was
the CGI there looked fucking terrible though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let it slide as a product of its time in my mind.
Oh,
I was like,
for sure. Yeah,
this is from that time.
I mean, it still wasn't like that early. It was early, but it was like, I mean,
it probably also wasn't a huge budget movie. I mean,
that's I think more of what it is. I don't think it was
Yeah.
probably a huge budget.
I think it's both. I think it's a bit of both. It's a low budget and from 2006 or 7. Like, that's like how many years ago at this point?
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, there are examples of like
15
good CGI
years ago,
from
like
the time.
Yeah, there's definitely better versions, but there's also worse versions of CGI.
Oh, for
from
sure.
Now, I feel like I see stuff nowadays that's worse than that.
Yeah.
Like
Eternals.
Eternals is fine.
I think the
it.
CGI was lacking more so, like you said, Jacob, in the texture than actual.
Yeah.
Like I thought his movement was pretty good. I love the little flippy things he does down the bridges.
Yeah, that was interesting.
He just
Why it kept doing that was weird.
It liked it.
Yeah. It's just he's a fish.
He
He's
likes
being
fun.
shot at.
He likes fun.
I feel like the moment danger is like approaching,
He likes fun.
Anyways,
Sorry.
Well, that's all I've got. Guys.
do we want to talk about? I guess like we kind of said it, but like the daughter dies after everything that she goes through.
Yeah, it's really fucking sad.
Yeah.
She fucking dies, and it's
That's
like
Bong though. Bong is like literally always going to hit you with an absolute fucking emotional gut punch in every movie. Although he hits you twice here because the dad dies too.
Why the fuck did the monster put her down?
Because he was nice.
But he wasn't. He immediately tried to kill her after that, and that's when she gets killed. She jumps, she grabs the rope, and then it grabs her and sets her down gently. And then when she tries to walk back to the hole is when it wakes up.
Yeah.
And then
it's when she moves at all after that. I don't understand it either, but it's just maybe it was like a reflex.
Playing with his food. It's like what cats do.
Cats are pretty fucked up.
Literally, my notes for that scene are what? Question mark. What? Question mark.
Good
what?
note.
4 question marks. That's my whole note for that scene.
Why even take notes, Trevor?
That's great.
These are
not
my
even
emotions.
a note.
There are my emotions that I feel.
I've never seen anyone.
My emotion.
I've never seen anyone take
My
notes the way you
emotions.
do. It's the craziest thing in the world.
They're the scribblings of a madman. That's
They're
what my
just
notes
like
are.
it's just inner monologue that you've written
I
out.
love it.
It
Absolutely.
is. That's exactly what my that's what my notes are. Is my inner monologue when I'm watching these things.
That's good.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
But yeah, I don't have really much else to talk about. It was solid.
Yeah.
The other two are better.
I mean,
I like
disagree.
Snowpiercer more too.
I think Memories of Murder and Parasite they're like pretty far up my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, no, these are not. This one was not the best film of his that we've watched because I've also seen Snowpiercer, and I like Snowpiercer a lot.
Snowpiercer's, I think, neck and neck for me with The Host, and they're both above Okja. And then I'm gonna watch. Oh no, I'm sorry, I haven't seen Mother, or I haven't seen Barking Dogs Never Bite, I think, which is his first movie.
Yeah.
Those are the two that I have left, which I'll probably watch soon. I got Memories of Murder and Parasite Criterion collections for myself.
Nice.
So
When are you gonna have like a full scale like 4K theater in your house?
probably when I actually own real estate.
You could convert the gamer cave into it. Do you even use that anymore?
I could. No.
That's the most useless room now because you don't play PlayStation
No,
anymore.
it's not useless. It's storage. My laundry's in there. I have a big fucking pile of laundry on the
You
floor.
put laundry in there. It's useful. What?
It's
Make
out
it
of
the
the way. What do you
theater.
mean? How is it not useful?
You can have
Why
a
would
laundry
you
basket
judge?
in your bedroom.
I
And
have a
then
laundry
that
basket.
room has become useless again.
No,
Make it
there's
a
mad
theater.
storage in there. There's closets in there.
I think you
There's
convert
stuff.
that into a home theater. I think that needs to be
Maestro
converted.
sleeps in there. It's a good room.
Convert it into a home theater. That's my tip.
That's what I say.
All right. Anyway,
that's 2 votes v
Gentlemen.
1. Honestly, we win now.
Gentlemen.
Maestro's on our side too. I talked to him earlier. I texted him.
he's looking at him. He's sleeping right there.
Yeah,
He's tail.
He's sleeping because like this is a done decision. It's happening. He already knows.
He would be pissed.
He's
loves the big
already
red chair.
contacted some contractors for you.
No.
He would love it because it'd be darker in there. It'd be like pitch black.
It's already the darkest room of all time. It's literally so
That sounds
dark in there.
perfect then.
That's so
Yeah.
perfect. It's
There's
already
literally
done.
no sunlight. It's
Half the work is
it's
done.
So dark. Anyway, gentlemen,
This is perfect.
thank you for the third time watching a Bong film with me.
You're welcome.
Third time for a Song Kang Ho starring role with
Yep.
me. Glad you guys mostly enjoyed it.
I did.
And next time is Trevor's pick, which I think we may have a choice of. I think he might have alluded to that, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we'll talk about that off cam. But yeah, you guys might have a minor choice in this, or I'll just like veto whatever you say and be like, actually, this
Copy
is what I
that.
choose this.
I didn't know this was
That
happening.
sounds more fun, honestly. He
I
mentioned
started to
before we
say
jumped
it,
on.
and
Yeah.
you interrupted me with some weird banter of some sort, like you usually do.
That's what I usually do. That's my move.
All right, y'all. Well, again, thank you all for listening. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you next time.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
Peace.
Show me something.